Okay, last thing is to go ahead and put on the Metro kit and build this top end, and then we're gonna call this engine done. I'm excited. Just like to put that on to make the crank easier to spin while I'm doing this. So I got this Metro kit. I've never had a Metro kit. I've had Alu kits and air saw kits, but I've never had a Metro kit. They're a bit more expensive, but I gotta say, I mean, this thing is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. They're expensive because they're worth it. The ports are chamfered perfectly. The casting is absolutely awesome. I can't say one bad thing about this kit so far. When we get it on there and start running it, then come and ask me. But for right now, I'll just say the thing looks fantastic. I'm going to spray this out a little bit just to make sure it's totally clean with you know, a little bit of brake cleaner and an air gun, and then we'll go to town. First thing I'm gonna do is get this piston on. Just make sure that fits in nice and neat, and it does. Clean out any schmutz that might be in there. I already cleaned this real well before, but just making sure. Get my 2-cycle set up. Arrow points down, pegs on the bottom. Come on, baby. Camera 2. Camera 2. These little clips. I don't know what they're called. This kit comes with 2 gaskets, a thick one and a thin one, so that you can get your squish just right and get the piston at the very top of the cylinder. But I had to mess around with this a little bit. You'll see later. I'm just making sure everything is properly lubricated with 2-cycle oil. Lube this up a touch. Alright, here comes the tricky part. Make sure to align the gaps in your piston rings with the pegs on the piston. And then it's just a matter of squeezing those rings so that they fit inside the cylinder until it drops down. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Hot damn. Ah. There it is. Now we're going to check the piston clearance. Just checking right here to make sure that the piston doesn't come up too high. Actually, shit, it's low. I gotta pull it off. I shouldn't have put both of those gaskets on. I'm gonna pull off this big thick gasket and only use the thin one. There it is. I'll tell you, I'm getting it no problem now. There we go. Now it's good, see? Now it comes up perfect. This thing was way too thick. A little gasket there. I'd like to draw your attention to this little decomp hole that's on this kit right here. My thought was that the head was going to seal that up and I didn't need to worry about that. That comes back to bite me in the ass in the next episode. I'm gonna paint this. It's nasty. All right, there she is. That's pretty much built. I got some ancillaries to do. Still got the CDI to put in. All right, now that I got this thing all together, I'm noticing that, I don't know if you can hear that, but the piston is hitting this head. So this big thick gasket that I pulled out, I'm gonna put that back in and see if that fixes it. If it doesn't, I have a thick head gasket. I just don't know if it's the right size yet, but I'll find out real shortly. But I'm hoping this big thick base gasket will pull this out enough so that it doesn't bind up and hit the head. I'm tempted. Treats has a head that's totally forged and cut exactly for this Metro kit. It's like 55 bucks. I'm tempted to just go buy that thing. I actually have it in my basket on the website. I just haven't pulled the trigger on it. Oh man. It's only $55, but you keep saying that over and over again. Oh, it's only 55, it's only 55. Then you end up doing it 10 times, and now you're up to 500 and some odd dollars. So let's see if I can get this thing properly squished. So if this base gasket doesn't fix the issue, then I have absolutely no choice, and I've got to go buy the delicious cut exactly for the Metro kit head. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully that works. Oh, that's much better. Shit. I was hoping that wouldn't work, and then I'd have to go buy the head, but I guess it does work. What are these? I think they're 11 foot-pounds. Let's see. Here we go. 7 foot-pounds. Yeah, it's working perfectly. Dang! Oh well. Only things left to do is put the intake on and put the sprocket on. First I'm going to clean up that, is that an 18 tooth? I think it's an 18 tooth. Two new snap rings, always best. Am I going to put those points in, or am I going to wait for a CDI? I don't know. I'm going to leave that decision for later. I do have a real sweet intake though. I got one of these MLM curved intakes. I'm keeping a Bing on here, a 15 millimeter Bing. And the problem with those Bing intakes is that they're a hard 90-degree angle coming up. MLM makes this sweet 15 millimeter curved intake. See that? I don't know if I like it though, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Why is it so stinking small? I don't know. Maybe I won't be using this. Dude, that thing's a lot taller. And it's not even hogged out as much as I thought. This is a 15 millimeter. And the metric kit's 18. The reason I wanted to use this is because I wanted the moped to look stock and to be able to put on the side covers, which if you use a stock Bing intake is easy. The 15 millimeter Bing sits like right here, nice and low and compact to the engine. Whereas this guy, although I think it said that you can keep it stock and use a Bing in it, I mean this is going to be out here. It's a lot taller. See that? Here's the thing, if I'm not using the regular side intake anyway, like if I'm already gonna make it look non-stock, there's no way in hell I'm gonna use a 15 millimeter Bing. You know, I'm gonna get a 19 PHGB beautiful Delorto carb. Alright, I had to do a little test fit with this with the new MLM curved intake. So I have it on. I put my carb on as well, just kind of set in there. And now I'm going to put this on and make sure it fits. If this fits, then I'm great with it, but something tells me it's not going to fit. Damn. Oh, be damned. Look at that. Holy shit, it does fit. I just gotta cut off this little lip right here, and I think it's gonna fit like a champ. Hell yeah. Alright, good. That was well worth doing. Alright, treats came in. One of the big things I got was a CDI for this. I didn't get the power dynamo one, the nice one I wanted. I got the El Cheapo, so we're gonna run with this and see if it works, and if it works, then fantastic. But if it doesn't work, then I guess we'll go ahead and get the good one. But I get mixed reviews on this. Some people say that they've run tens of them and all of them worked fine. Some people say that they keep breaking on them, so I don't know. I guess it just depends on which one you get. Hopefully I got a good one. Anyway, real simple to install. I just, take off your stator and put this thing on, especially for a ZA50. I think for the E50, you have to flip the ignition coil around, which is this one. You have to pull it off and flip it 180 degrees, but I don't have to do that because I have a ZA50. So I think I'm going to put it on just exactly like that. Let's see if I can feed these wires up. I think that might be the hardest thing I have to do here. I've got a selection of grommets here. Trying to find one that works pretty well. I'm just going to cut off the back lip of this grommet so it'll slide down in there just like that. See it? Right here. I think that'll work. Alright, so then I'm going to cut this grommet off, because this thing looks tight and cheap. Alright, we're going to have to trim back these wires a bunch. I don't need all these wires, but I'll leave them on for now. Camera 2. Camera 2. I got 3 of them. Oh, shit. Ah, you little bastard. See if I can get this out. Alright, there we go. Alright, got all 4 up there. Just like that. As far as timing goes, I'm going to set this dead in the center of the screw holes. You know, the stator has a slotted screw that you can twist it here and there. To start with, I'm setting it straight in the middle, and then we'll tweak it as needed. When I finally get exactly where I want the timing, I'm going to pull these out and Loctite them up. So, yeah, all I did was put these screws in. They're slotted, so you can twist this just, you know, a couple millimeters this way, a couple millimeters that way, just to set your timing. I have them set dead in the middle. I've also got the Woodruff key in. I didn't lose it. Miracle of miracles. And supposedly the timing's going to work perfectly just using the stock key. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I feel like something's rubbing in there. Right there. Well, if it's rubbing, it won't be for long, because when this thing gets up and moving, it's going to grind it off. I mean, I've got it dead center. Why would that thing... Alright, I guess that's as good as it's going to get. Let me throw this thing back on. Oh, that's better. Whatever it was, I fixed it. I'll rewrap that, but I just want to get it down to a reasonable length. I mean, it probably only needed to be this long. I'm not sure though. I might hide the box up in the center, so if that's the case, then I'll like these. But for now, I'm calling that good. Tie it up. What am I doing? I'm a dumbass. I didn't even tighten it on. What the hell's the matter with me? It's a good thing I thought about that. That would have sucked. That's it. CDI is installed.